It's a big day in South Africa. South African elections today has been declared a public holiday. Cyril says, let us go and exercise our hard-won democratic right. And voting stations opened at 7 and closed at 9. Bloomberg is saying the next round of Ramaphoria may be shorter, and I was one who got very euphoric, I must admit, but I'll come back to that. In terms of real GDP per capita growth over the past 2 decades, South Africa has the poorest record of the major emerging market economies, according to Bloomberg. Unemployment at a 15-year high of 27%. Of course, he did quote Ben Okri, "We dream of a new politics that will renew the world under their weary, suspicious gaze. There's always a new way, a better way that's not been tried before." Having said that, there is a very hard-hitting article in Quillette, The Real Ballot Question in South Africa, How to Keep the Country from Falling Apart. 6th election since the introduction of universal suffrage in 1994. 25 years since the country cast off the moral abomination of apartheid. Noble and worthy dreams that took flight in the era of Nelson Mandela have been crushed by reality. The country is in a parlous state. A recent Bloomberg report found that on a wide range of indicators, South Africa has done worse over the last 5 years than any other country in the world, save those in a state of war. Unemployment, which stood at 3.7 million when the ANC came to power in 1994, now stands at nearly 10 million. Polls suggest that the Liberal Democratic Alliance will lose ground and that the extreme left Populist Party economic freedom fighters will double their vote. That's not going to be a good outcome. Needless to say, this is not the South Africa that Mandela in a happy world greeted with enthusiasm in 1994. And then this is what he's saying about Ramaphosa. It's taking an awful lot of a 66-year-old man who still seems trapped within old-style African nationalist platitudes. The sad truth is that he seems more likely to preside over my country's continued decline into poverty and chaos than avert it. And that's why I said, on the 18th of December 2017, I was asking, will it be 1994 all over again? We can all remember the moment when Mandela came out of prison, blinking in the sunlight and assumed leadership. Then I wrote in February 2018 about the wind of change and how he quoted the South African icon Hugh Masekela, "I want to be there when the people start to turn it around. I want to be there." The question is, can he? Can he do it? South African all shares up 10.06% this year. Dollar versus rand 14.37 last